Hi everyone, I am the Channeling Goddess. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a pick a card reading all about any general messages that want to come out. So we're not asking about anything specific, just whatever comes out. We are going to honor that. So I have two decks in front of me. The first deck is the Wild Mystic Oracle deck. It's one of my newer decks and I am in love with it. The second deck is the Energy Oracle deck. So make sure that you take a couple of deep breaths. Always, like I say, inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 3, and then exhale for 5 to 6 seconds. It just helps you get tapped into the energy of the pile that you want to listen to. Sometimes people want to listen to both piles. That's totally fine. So make sure you make that decision for yourself, okay? So we will go ahead and get started, okay? Pile number 1, you have the Wild Mystic Oracle deck. Now, this deck has a lot of the cards, almost all of the cards, if I'm not mistaken, have animals on them, different types of animals with words on them as well. So maybe you are into animals, maybe you want to go into a field where you work with animals, maybe you are an animal lover. I just saw 1111 on the clock, so that may be for somebody here. So I'm gonna try and do a little channeling to see if I can tap into the energy of the people who pick pile number 1. Please be mindful, there may be some pauses. You may hear me humming. It's just my way of getting tapped into the energy that's around me. Make sure that you pause the video and take 3 mindful deep breaths. You want to inhale for 4, hold for 3, and exhale for 5 to 6 seconds. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, this is interesting. So the first thing I got is I see a car and I see someone sitting in the front seat of the car and their pet is in the passenger seat. I think there was like a meme about this or a TikTok about this where they're like, please don't go, and then like the animals would be in the car with them. So some of you may be really you may treat your pets as if they are your child. It just feels very happy to me, so maybe that's a sign. Now for some of you in here, trigger warning, if you have had a pet that passed away and you used to do this with your pet, they're saying that they miss this time with you and they know that you miss it as well. So even when you're driving and you put the window, you put the windows down or you put the top back, they're still sitting in that passenger seat with you, okay? Okay, for someone in this pile, you are going through a heavy loss, and I am so sorry for your loss. I don't know if this is a pet. I don't know if this is a parent, a relative, whatever the case may be. It feels very heavy, and it's almost like your spirit guides are not really trying to get you out of it. They want you to feel it. They want you to acknowledge what you're feeling, but they don't want you to sit in it for too long because you can get complacent and it could lead to things like depression, okay? Okay, yeah, so there's a card in this particular deck, the Wild Mystic deck, that is of a vulture, and the word on top says consume. So this pain may be consuming you. Spirit is saying you're going to come out of this very soon, but also it's going to almost have to be a situation where you want to come out of it. Sometimes we want to sit in our pain. And I would also suggest maybe getting some professional help just to kind of help you get over that hump, right? I am not a medical profession, but I do always like to say it's, you can have more than just spirituality to help you, okay? Yeah, for some of you in this pile, you are being consumed by your what if thoughts, right? Okay, what if I do this and it doesn't work out? And I literally just saw like a phoenix spreading its wings. And Spirit is saying that you need to open yourself up to the possibilities of what if it does work out? What if it turns out to be something amazing? What if it turns out to be something that you never thought it would be? Spirit is saying to open your wings and expand yourself, okay? Okay, that's all the channel messages I'm getting for pile number 1. Let me shuffle you some of the Wild Mystic cards and see what comes out, okay? That was really good. Oh, wow. Love was your first card with swans. And then we have rebirth. Okay. Oh, maybe some of you lost the love of your life. I'm so sorry if that is the case. For others of you in here, this feels like you almost in a way stop believing in love, and that is going to change, right? Love is going to be rebirthed into your life, and it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, right? Maybe you you know, had a friend that you were in love with and you guys were the best of friends, and then things just fell out and you kind of you're not really into being friends with people anymore because of that experience. That is going to be changing for you, and this will only resonate with those who have been asking for a change. You may not have been asking for this specific change, but may have been asking for change in general. That is coming. And the third card was reveal, so this will be revealed to you very soon. For some of you, this really is about love for you. This is about not platonic love, but you being in love with someone else. Maybe you went through a period where every time you were in relationships or situations, you just felt like you were being mistreated. You felt like you were not being understood. And Spirit is changing that for you. Spirit is going to bring a love into your life that is beyond anything that you thought that love could be, right? It's almost like, wow, it's almost like you're going to fall in love for the first time, even if you have had, I don't care if you've been married, divorced, if you are 60, 80 years old, it does not matter. Something about this love that's coming into your life is going to be so much beautiful. It's going to be so beautiful and so much more than what you thought love could be. It's almost like you're going to be in this relationship and you're going to realize, okay, this is what love is really supposed to feel like. Okay. And energy. Okay, so listen, there is a lot of energy around you. Spirit is saying to protect yourself. Be cautious about who you let into your space. Be cautious about what energies that you let around you. For some of you, you're in a very vulnerable spot in your life. And a lot of times with rebirth, we are in a place of vulnerability, right? So if you think about when a baby is first born, right, they're coming into a new atmosphere, right? It is very different and it's very delicate, right? Which is why there are so many doctors and people and nurses around to help with this transition. So for some of you, you are going through a very sensitive time. So be careful with the energies that are around you. Make sure they're stable, okay? Secrets. Okay, listen. Some secrets are about to be revealed to you. They don't feel like bad secrets to me. It doesn't feel like it's going to be something that's going to scare you. Now, it may shock you, right? And I think that kind of coincides with what I was feeling with in regards to love as well. I feel like this love that's coming into your life is going to be something so beautiful. So congratulations. And I thank you for, like, I don't know you, you don't know me, but I really feel like you deserve whatever this love is coming into your life. What did I say? What did I say? Be careful. Make sure that you protect your energy. Understand the boundaries that need to be placed around you, because not everybody is meant to be in your space, right? Not everybody is meant to orbit and habit your energy. Okay, keep that energy for yourself. Some people are just, unfortunately, they're not meant to go with you. Okay, let's get you some cards from the Kemper deck. See if we can get any other messages for you. Spirit, any other messages for pile number one? And I just saw the bad health card. Okay, so be careful. Please be careful. Great fortune. Okay, so for some of you, this could be about wealth, but for a lot of you, this fortune is coming in the form of a love that you've never experienced before. You're going to really experience something new, and I think it's so beautiful that this is going to come in for you. Okay, just be careful with people around your energy. Okay. Stay close to your community, right? Spirit has got, wow. Stay close to your community because Spirit is making sure that you're protected. Trust in the people that are around you who actually want the best for you. And you'll know, right? Sometimes we put our blinders on and we pretend we can't see, but we know when somebody is meant for us. We know when those people that are around us are actually meant for us and they actually have our best interests at heart. So trust that and look at your bottom deck energy. Lovers. Okay, listen, I don't know how loud Spirit has to be. Okay, for some of you, this is about love, right? Specifically about romantic love. Now, for some of you, this could be the love of a friendship or a platonic love, but for a lot of you in this pile, this is heavily about meeting your soulmate, okay? Meeting your twin flame, okay? You may even see doves around the time that you're supposed to meet this person. Or you know, even if you don't see physical doves, maybe you may hear the word doves, or maybe you may see them in a text message or whatever the case may be. That is a sign for you. Okay. Also swans, right? You see the two birds, or two birds here, and then you see the two swans here. So honor this energy. Make sure that you protect yourself. Keep realistic boundaries around you so that people do not harm your energy. Okay. So that's all I have for you, pile number 1. Thank you for taking the time to let me read your energy, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye. All right. Pile number 2, you chose the Energy Oracle deck. So I'm going to tap into the energy of pile number 2 just to see if I can get any messages for you. Make sure that you tap into your own energy. So the way I like to say to do that is to take 3 mindful deep breaths. So you want to inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 3, and exhale for 5 to 6 seconds. Okay. Please bear with me. There may be some pauses. You may hear me humming. It's just my way of getting tapped into the energy that's around me. Okay. All right. Pile number 2. Let's see what we can get. Okay. I just heard Two Most Wanted by Beyonce, so maybe that's one of your favorite songs, or you're listening to it right now. You may be a Thelma and Louise fan, because for some reason, whenever I hear that song, that's what it makes me think of. Okay, so for some of you, you may be coming from pile number 1. I just heard, fly like a bird, I want to fly away. Maybe for some of you, you're almost, you're in a situation where you're just like, I got to get out of this situation. I need to get out of this. I cannot do this anymore. And you're in the energy of like I just want to fly away. I don't want to have to do this anymore. I don't want to, whatever this is too hard. Spirit is saying, oh, okay, I just saw a phoenix. Spirit is saying, stick this out, okay? Whatever this is, you'll know if this is meant for you. Now, I'm not telling you to stay in anything that's abusive or anything that's mentally draining for you. That's not what I'm saying. You'll know if this is meant for you because you've been asking for a sign specifically for this, okay? So for somebody in pile number 2, or maybe more than one person, there is an energy of you have stepped out. Okay, and you may have even stepped out in faith, right? You stepped out and you said, I'm going to do this thing. And then it did not go as you originally planned, right? Maybe you started your own business. Maybe you told somebody you loved them. Maybe you wrote a book. Maybe you started to draw and you tried to sell your stuff on TikTok or Amazon or wherever the case may be. And it did not turn out the way you thought it was going to turn out. And now you're embarrassed, okay? You're embarrassed, you feel like a failure, and you just want to fly away. You don't want to do it anymore. Spirit is saying, stick this out. Not everything starts out the way you anticipated. It does not mean that you're not supposed to be in this space, right? Sometimes blind faith can get you very far. And I know that's hard, right? Because listen, whenever I hear readers say things like divine timing, it pisses me off. But it's true, right? It is going to happen in its own timing. But what I will say is that you have ancestors and spirit guides and angels that are around you to help you during this time. I would highly suggest reaching out to them, calling upon them when you feel like you're just in a space where you don't understand what's going on. You tried this and you tried that and you tried that and it's not working out. For some of you, your answers have been coming in your dreams. So try and when you wake up in the morning, try and remember your dreams. Even if you have to start out small, even if the only thing you can remember is a feeling, write that down. If the only thing you can remember is the color, like you saw an apple tree, write it down, because when you start small, the more you do it, the better you get at remembering your dreams. So for some of you in here, your answers are in the dreams, okay? But for others of you, I would definitely say maybe try meditation. It doesn't have to be where you sit there and you don't say anything. Sometimes humming may be your version of meditation, maybe sometimes singing your favorite song, but make sure that song has intent for you, right? Make sure it is conveying what you're actually trying to get from your ancestors or from your spirit guides, okay? So I would definitely say this energy, it doesn't feel great right now, but I can tell you there is something beautiful on the other side of this, okay? Let's see what else we can get for you. I just heard Avril Lavigne, what is it? Why is everything so complicated? I totally understand it. I know it feels complicated right now. But everything is a test, right? Even the things that we don't like, it is a test. It is a way for you to learn about yourself. And it could be that you're going through this now because later on you're going to face it down the road when you're much more established and you understand who you are a little bit more and you have stepped into your power a little bit more, and because of that you'll be able to face it easier, or in a case maybe more head on. So see this as a lesson. I know it seems complicated, but it's not complicated. Okay, some of you really love Avril Lavigne because I just heard can I make it any more obvious? Like that's spirit saying, can we make it any more obvious, right? Okay. Let's see if we can mean that anything else. Okay. That's all the channel messages that I have for pile number 2. Let's shuffle you some cards and see what comes out for you, okay? Spirit, what messages do you have for pile number 2? So let me get you some cards, pile number 2. Wow. Okay. Caring connections. Okay, for some of you, this is about love. And I just saw the man holding a heart and broken heart that came out, but there was too many cards. So we'll see if they come back out again. But for some of you, this could also be a contract. I just heard that. Maybe you signed up for this contract and it is not going the way you thought it was going to go, right? That caring connections makes me think of that. Okay, let's see. Can we get some more cards, please, Spirit? All right, yep. Some of you really did probably come from pile number 1 because community card came out there. It was in a different deck, but it came out there. We got community, all tied up. What did I say? Contract, right? You're all tied up. You feel like you signed your name on the dotted line and you can't get out. But look what's at your bottom deck. Look at you. Happy family. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay. So for some of you in this pile, we are definitely talking about love, right? Maybe you are in a relationship that you feel like things are just not going the way you anticipated. Now, I am not talking about an abusive relationship, right? It could just be that, communication has been strained between the two of you. And you're like, I feel like I cannot get out of this because of family obligations, or because my mom or my dad will, disown me because of this. I don't know, right? The spirit is saying there's something beautiful about this connection, and maybe have a conversation with your partner, right? Maybe talk about what this is and how this is feeling for you, because I want you to notice in this card, she's looking at the flowers. He's more consumed with her. Now, he does look like he's looking at the flowers as well, but something about this makes me feel like he is very consumed with her and her energy. And sometimes when we have blinders on, we can't see outside. We can't see the whole picture. We can only see part of it, right? And for her, she's only seeing the flowers, but he sees her. He sees the flowers. He sees the dress she has on, right? So I would say talk to your partner, male or female, it doesn't matter. Talk to your partner, right? Communication for some of you is going to be key in this particular situation. Also, trust your community, right? Maybe you've been asking questions and you've been getting answers, but you're not necessarily liking the answers that you're getting. Spirit is saying trust your community, right? Trust your community in this process, because you feel tied up, right? You feel tied up in this particular situation. Now, I will say, if this is something that is abusive, if this is something that is damaging your mental health, maybe you do need to take a break. And a break could be something as simple as going away for a week, or, you know, turning your phone off and not talking to this person for a week or something like that. But I really think, you know, for those of you in here that this apply to, where it is more romance based, give yourself a break, okay? Because your bottom deck energy is happy family. So this is, you're going to have a great outcome, but you have to be willing to step outside of your own tunnel vision, right? And have a conversation. Like I said, communication is going to be key. For those of you that this does not resonate with, some of you are in a contract, okay? This may be a job you signed up for. This may be, maybe you're supposed to have so many books published by a certain time. Maybe you even went into a spiritual contract that you're not, you know, you don't think you can get out of. Spirit is saying, have a conversation, right? Not just with yourself, but have a conversation with those that you signed a contract with, and talk, right? Because sometimes tunnel vision, right? We don't get everything right away. Spirit is saying there's more to it that you're not seeing, and Spirit wants you to open your heart to this, right? You're not as tied up as you think you are. You have community around you that can loosen these ropes for you, but you have to be willing to listen, right? And like I said, the outcome is beautiful. It doesn't necessarily have to be family. It could just be that, you know, you find out something different about this contract, or you find out that you can get out of this contract, right? There is something, wow, look at that. Pay attention, okay? Make sure that you have these conversations. Make sure that you communicate, because, you know, for some, like I said, communication is big in this pile right now, right? So I would definitely say communicate. Open yourself up to what is around you. Open yourself up to maybe the things that you don't see because you're in tunnel vision, okay? So let's get you a couple of cards. Wow, look. Wrong direction. So some of you definitely feel like you took a wrong turn somewhere. Spirit is saying you have not. Okay, you have not taken a wrong turn, right? Social status. Okay, so for some of you, this is definitely about a contract that you signed, and maybe it put you more into the public eye than you thought you would be. Maybe you thought you were going to be behind the camera like me. The Spirit wants you to be out front. So be open to seeing something different, right? Be open to the fact that it maybe you having that social status is what you need instead of being behind the camera, okay? Spirit, what are the messages you got for pile number 2? There's too many cards. Let's see if we can get you one more from this deck, and then we'll get some other cards. Investments. Okay, Spirit is saying that you need to make an investment in yourself, right? You need to invest in whatever this is that you're trying to do. Step outside of your comfort zone. I know it's uncomfortable right now, but Spirit is saying that this communication is going to be key for you to step outside of your comfort zone. Invest in yourself, right? Spirit is saying invest in yourself. Make those decisions to see yourself beyond, you know, what you've been seeing in the background. And because of that, listen, you got investments and then sudden wealth. Listen. Pay attention to your surroundings, sweets. Like, seriously, make an investment in you, because that investment is going to turn into sudden wealth for you, right? I know it doesn't seem like it right now. I think I talked about this in the beginning when I was channeling the message. You may have felt like, okay, this is not turning out the way I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a success overnight. Spirit is saying invest in yourself, invest in your business, invest in your relationship, because sudden wealth is coming for you, okay? You're in despair, baby. Get out of despair. That's not where you're supposed to be, right? Honor what you feel. I'm not saying don't honor what you feel. Honor that, but do not sit in it, because there's so much that is like waiting for you on the other side of this despair, okay? Let's get you one more card. I saw courtship, but it came out with way too many cards. And I also saw great fortune. So some of you definitely came from pile number 1, because great fortune was in that pile as well, okay? Let's see if we can get you some more cards. I want to get you one more before I let you go. Just want to make sure we're not missing any messages from Spirit, okay? Spirit keeps knocking over a lot of cards. Let's get you one more card, okay? Spirit, can I get one more card, please, for pile number 2? Yeah, for some of you, this is definitely a journey. I just saw that card as well. Some of you, you are going on a journey in this particular situation, and Spirit is saying, hold out for it, okay? Hold on. I got you. Spirit is saying I got you. Wow. Marriage. Listen, I don't know how much clearer I can be on this at this point. For some of you, I think I said this, didn't I? I said something about a contract, right? This is definitely about a contract. It doesn't necessarily have to be platonic, but a lot of people understand that marriage is a contract, right? So for some of you, this is about love, or so for some of you, this is specific about a contract that you signed, a contract that you went into, and it is not turning out the way you thought it was, okay? You got this. If anybody did not tell, if no one's told you today, you got this, okay? Spirit has your back. Spirit is saying, I know this is how you feel right now, right? But what did we see? Happy family under the bottom. You got this, okay? So don't worry about it. Everything is going to be fine. I know it doesn't seem like it right now, but everything is going to be fine, okay? So pile number 2, that is all of the messages that I have for you. You are enough. You are going to be fine. Everything is going to turn out great, okay? And I will see you next time in my next video. Bye.